All right, boys and girls, welcome in. So season 12 has officially launched, and most of the big stuff for season 12 did also get pushed into the game a little bit ago. So if you guys haven't noticed, some big changes also in. But we're going to talk about contests. We're going to talk about that entire setup, how I spread stuff around a little bit different. There's still some more stuff to come on that as well, so I reserve the right to tweak on that. So we're going to go into all that in depth. All right. We're also going to talk about some of the new things that you guys have seen on the event page. And if you haven't, you're going to want to take a look. I'm going to talk about how that's all going to work, where you're going to be seeing some of these new things in the game, and how you're going to be able to earn those things, how it's going to affect you throughout the season, what's going to be going season long as well. And then some new stuff that I've wanted to do for a bit that we're going to try to at least keep an eye on from now until September as we hopefully jump in the RTG. What's up? Anyway, don't say it too loud. About that, we're going to talk about the new event because we did drop the draft cards as well. We'll take a look at that stuff. But again, game looks beautiful at the moment, man. Homepage looks beautiful at the moment. Thank you. Round of applause. Snaps for your boy. Yeah, man, it's really cool. Sammy, love your new look, man. All right, let's get into the changes for season 12 before we get into the draft cards, and I can show you guys everything, because once you guys understand what's going on in the changes with season 12, then you will kind of understand where we're going with the rest of it. All right, now I do want to stress and keep in mind, all right, hopefully by not next week, not by Monday, obviously. I'm aiming for about half of the schedule being live games, meaning like a 2-week set of live games mixed in, depending. This has been a bigger to do just because the switch over to season 12, a lot more had to be thought through, a lot more structure had to be put into the game. And then John showing up kind of threw another wrench into things. So we're getting stuff done, tweaked. You know, we're going to have a lot of sim stuff, all right? We are going to be going to a lot of sim stuff for sure, but as much as I can, I am going to be getting some Friday and Monday shows in. Live games will be a big thing to do. I got to get some roster stuff done as well. I would like to be up for some live games as well if I can. If it works in the setup, I'll try to be live for some, even if I'm only live for a game and then the other games roll. Maybe I could be live for all. It all depends, man. We'll get there when we can, but there's a lot that I had to get done between the end of last season, the beginning of this season. There's so much has to be tweaked in the system, so much has to be pulled out, so much put back in, and then, you know, even just the tweaking of like packs being holiday packs and packs being draft packs and things like that. It's very different. All right, so I had to make sure to kind of reset everything up to make it work a little bit better. So let's jump into season 12 and the things that you are going to be seeing, at least in the next few weeks as we really dive deep into like a new setup. Okay, so one of the biggest things I wanted to look at, all right, and I've told you guys this before, so I really do try to take temperature of the room the entire time. You know, whenever we're playing, when we make tweaks, when contests are rolling and people start saying, you know, it's too far into. Oh, he's just slamming a ball, that hard ball up there. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, with regards to like, you know, so much of the prize set being in this, whether it's unlimited or that, whatever, I wanted to do a complete rebalance, and that's what I tried to do coming into this season. We are going to be, you know, sort of each of the game modes that we have, the typical stuff, are going to kind of serve a purpose, okay, in season 12. Whether it's getting you started with Blackout, right, and having some good coins in there as well. And you can see we have sub 1, sub 2, sub 3 coins into Blackout. Now, why is it split up a little bit more this way? Well, it's also going to be because Blackout is going to be moving back. I love the solo Blackout lineup. I think it's so much fun to do it this way. Solo Blackout is what we're going to be running from now until at least September, and we'll see how it goes. Meaning, if you have a tier 3 sub, you no longer get a second, third. We used to do up to 5 entries. Everybody gets 1 entry. Why is that important? Well, it's important because it gives a true feel of rank, okay? So if you're the best blackout player, but, you know, maybe Chrome's a little bit better than you, or maybe a little bit worse, but he has a couple more entries, he gets more points, he scores better on average. Well, you know, it doesn't tell the true story. I want to see how everyone does this season, at least from now until September. I want to see how you guys do in Blackout, in Capped, in Unlimited, when it's all one entry. To me, one entry is so much cleaner. It's easier to set a prize structure. But on top of that, it's nice to go in, you set a lineup for each game, and you roll. I know other people have talked about, give me more for Unlimited or whatever. We could do that in different ways, but at least for this setup, I did try to focus more on let's bring Blackout into kind of how Capped rolls. You have tiered prizes depending on the sub you are, but other than that, you are basically looking at building your early set in game, okay? So here's what we got, and some big crazy changes, so pay attention. If you guys saw, you might have already seen there's some cool stuff and something we've never had. I'm so excited. So Blackout, one lineup, okay? Now, we also have a big infusion of coins, okay? Blackout coins. First place in Blackout, you are going to take home $50K if you are a tier 3 sub. The sub tiers are as per usual. 1, 1, 3, okay? Tier 1, tier 2 doubles, tier 3 is 3 times the tier 1 setup, right? So everything divided by 5, 3 portions in the tier 3. It's the breakdown of the money you spend to be a tier 3 sub, okay? So tier 1, you win Blackout, you're going to pick up 10K coins, whatever, no big deal. You're going to get the other stuff that is like a bigger deal in there. You're going to get way more on the pack setup. So a bunch of rare packs at the very top. You're going to get the resource packs dumped on top, and then you're going to get your Blackout set. Blackouts have become such a massive piece of the game, and Blackouts now especially, and there should be another little tweak coming, since we didn't get back to that while he was doing all this stuff, but we are going to spread that between rare and epic a little bit more, and then epic and legendary again. It's going to get a little more of a spread. That way we do end up with Blackouts really being those killers. So make sure you guys are big into Blackout. On top of that, you know, Chrome isn't going to be able to sweep the top 3 of the board and take everything. No, 1 entry per person. You do well, you don't. You might pick up the top prize set. You might get top 10. You might not. But you're going to get 1 set per week depending on where you finish, okay? So, cleaner, more coins in here, but a slight decrease in the trophies here, okay? But again, more on the early game. What do you need? You need packs. You get rare packs at the top. You need scrap. You get scrap resource packs at the top as well. And we pay all the way out to 50th place. Tier 3 subs, you're going to pick up to 5K, even if you don't do well and you end up towards the back, you know, top 50, but not top 25. You're still going to get something decent. That is a lot more than we were giving away in the past this way. So again, Blackout, I want it to mean a lot more. I love Blackout cards. It's the fairest game for everybody. We all get one lineup and see how you guys do, man. All right? So that's going to be a Blackout setup. Now, the biggest change, okay? Capped. And we've talked about this before. Everyone's screaming Unlimited. It's all that matters. No! Capped is what matters! And it's what should matter. Honestly. And I love Capped. I think Capped plays the best in the game. I've toyed with the idea of doing like a low cap and a high cap each day. But I don't know. I think at least for now, maybe we'll mess around a little bit further into preseason 12 before we get to the main season. We're going to see how all of this plays, okay? So let's move over to Capped, and you are going to see a monster change. Justin, keep your pants on. This is going to be the one you are going to want to be cooking on, boys and girls. Capped. Massive new focus on Capped with regards to coins, with regards to payouts, with regards to placements. top 10 is really, even 10th place is kind of where first place kind of used to be coin-wise, okay? You are now going to notice that the majority of the epic packs and the event packs and things are going to be coming from the capped game. Again, 1 entry per person. Bigger coins, bigger trophies overall. Still some resource stuff in there as well, but the whole flow of the game is going to be, you show up, you get in the missions, you start cooking there, maybe a sub helps you out even more in missions. Keep rolling, you get in the blackout, you start to build up. Once you have your sets built and you're rolling, then you get in the capped, you really start picking up some coins and things, and then you go off into unlimited from there. So sort of similar compared to what we had before, the triple prize tier depending on sub, but even if, you know, a non-sub, you're still going to pick up a little bit of coins. We're going to double that into the tier 1, and then that, add those together, that's going to be like the 1 single serving per sub. So it's first place is 20k technically per serving. If you're a tier 1, you're going to get 20k. Free tier, you're going to get 10k. Tier 2 is going to jump to 20k. 40k, and then tier 3 you're going to get up to 100k coins. Again, tier 3 for winning capped. All right, so 100k for first. We are at what, 60k for second. Some really good coins in the cap game, and again, this should help you catching up, you know, towards the higher end stuff in the game when we start to talk about unlimited and the bigger stuff that you need to do, right? But again, much bigger emphasis with regards to trophies and regards to coins, especially. Most have gotten moved down and dumped into the capped section, okay? So this is going to make a huge difference, okay? 10 packs for winning capped ain't bad, dude. It's way better, and it really should have been this way more. And maybe I was like kind of blind to it, or just, you know, kind of fell into the thought that, oh, unlimited always has to be the best. But the thing is, we have so much more that we can do now with unlimited, and you guys are going to see this in what I've built in here in a minute. And I mean what I said before, in which capped is where the most strategy comes into effect. Capped is, it's the best because it evens the playing field so much, right? Why do you think we do all of the weekend tournaments, everything? It's always capped, right? Because capped makes the most sense. Yeah, unlimited's cool. Unlimited has its place, but capped is going to be really taking center stage here as we move into season 12. Okay. All right. So those are the first two. Now the big changes, and let's get over to unlimited. Okay. And you guys, I haven't even seen anyone say this or mention it or bring it up or whatever. But I wasn't even sure I was going to do it originally. But at least from now until September, here's how we're going to run it. And I think this is going to be a smart way to do it. And I think it's going to be a good change for everyone involved. Unlimited is now going to be really wholly focused more on the high-end cards in the game, the things that you're going to be building, the things you're going to be rebirthing and whatnot. One of the biggest issues we have, and which I've noticed between a lot of the events and everything that we run, right? We have a trade-up set in the event. You need rare cards, you need fine cards, you need whatever, you need these insert sets. Well, rebirthing those cards really, it's not really doable, okay? Good thing you brought up there, Chief. It's not really a doable thing. So one of the big changes, okay? One of the big changes is that we are going to be extending unlimiteds down to fine in the unlimited game set. So you will be able to pick up players and packs in the unlimited game mode. And again, it's sort of going to be for people who've been here a while. To get to 10K is kind of like the first 5 minutes of the game. You guys are going to be picking up some decent low-end unlimited stuff, basically for showing up, all right? And it's to help kind of the lower-end crew get in as well. Remember, these cards you can scrap, you can pick up resources and things, but the bigger thing is going to be, you're going to pick up a Stafford, you're going to pick up a Bucky Irving, guys like this. You are going to then be able to rebirth these cards to try to hit insert. Here's the other thing. These cards will be half the resources to rebirth as well. So, fine, you could see 3,300 here. That's even on a double rush. The rare is going to be similar. In the past, you really can't rebirth now this is an amped, but you really can't rebirth the blues because it's 20k, 15k scrap each time. It's now going to be a lot cheaper. If you have an unlimited low level card, you'll be able to not only rebirth it and keep your XP, but you're going to be able to rebirth for insert much cheaper. So you'll be building your inventory of cards that may get insert through unlimited game as you get up into here. And again, maybe not even having these in the beginning. Maybe these are good things to have in the middle. I don't know. I'm going to mess around with this, but this was all, it's been bothering me for a while. We go to have these events where we want to do cool trade ups and different things. And it's like, you can't really get even me, like I can't get a lot of the, like I want to build all of the players, right? I want to build all of the low rarity inserts for all the players too. Really, it's very hard to do, okay? And this is going to help out with that big time, okay? So that's one small part of Unlimited, okay? Is the fact that we are adding these in. But I've also made this a lot more forgiving, okay? On top of having like the rare and fine inserts, which again, don't forget, you can scrap those and get resources, even though they're not tradable and they're technically newbie. And also, they're going to be half the price to rebirth is such a big deal, okay? That is going to be the big part of those. So they're going to be very valuable. You're not going to get huge amounts. The first tier, you get a 3-pack. The second tier, you're going to get an event player. I don't know that I'm going to stick to that. I might just do like the packs throughout here and there, depending, and float them a little further down in the setup. I'm not really sure, okay? But here's how we're going to start out. You know, I could change this next week if we want to, okay? All right, the other big thing, and a lot of people might not love this, but I think this is a smart move. You're already getting supers and things. The coins were unreal. Looking up, it felt weird to be like, oh, I just got 70K points. I got a super, I got a white, I got this, I got that, and then I got 150. It didn't make a lot of sense. And I know Josh screamed this before, and he probably was right, but it's very difficult to take this away. I think with what I'm doing now, this is going to make a lot more sense because, again, unlimited cards, you want to be able to build. That is the way that this is now set up to support. Some of the other things you will see in here and some of the biggest changes are these right here. Unlimited particles, okay? Now, we've had stuff sort of like this in the past. Particles are going to be the new method of, you know, maybe you're Cullens and you can't quite get to 70K and get a super or whatever. Or maybe it was 65. I don't know what it was before. Maybe you can't quite get there. Well, if you can at least get to 40K, you're going to be able to make it work by the end of the season or event or whatever. These particles, at least for season 12, will be an ongoing thing, okay? What I've realized is I can reuse event pages once it's shut off. I can wipe the trade ups and all of that stuff. And so what we're going to be doing is, again, making Unlimited a little friendlier, adding in these particles. Think of them as like participation trophies a little bit. The more you play, the higher you finish, the more of these particles you collect. You will be able to trade these in whenever you see fit or throughout the year during different events, things that you like. You'll be able to trade these in to get different things that will be a constant on the event page. Now, because I can just continue to use the same event page and reset it up, these will never go away. And if you see here, this says 5 max. Now, we have all these different recipes now over here on the event page. We have an unlimited particle pack and a limited particle recipe, okay? This says 5 max. We have a legendary event particle trade up recipe. This says 2 max. We have a whiteout particle recipe. That should say, hold on. Draft. We'll just put draft in there. because that's technically what this is. Yeah, no limit. It doesn't really matter. You'll see why here in a second. And then you have super particle trade up recipe down here. Now, what does this get you? Okay, another one of the changes that I'm going to mess with in this season. So you're over in unlimited. You drop 50K. You don't get to a super, but you get this. Okay, you're going to pick up two epic unlimited particles, maybe 2 legendaries. I think you get a super. You're going to then come over to the event page. You're going to slot these in, and you're going to notice that certain ones take certain things, and you're going to be able to build these out and eventually turn them in. Unlimited super particle trade up recipe. This is an unlimited thing. What does that mean? You could save as many as you want, and you can do them however many you can afford to do. So if over the next month you hit 85K a couple times, you're going to get, 2 super particles there. And you're really going to start saving these up. Get to 18 super particle packs whenever you do. Slot them in here. You will earn this pack over here. And what does this pack contain? This pack contains any super in the game, basically. So not only is it a player, could be a player, it could be a DST, it could be an equipment piece, okay? You will be able to get any of those things. Now, you're not going to be able to get a billion of these, okay? Just because you're only going to be able to earn so many, but you're going to be able to save them, kind of use them when you want them, do whatever you want to do. But remember, these super particles, you're only going to have so many. You're going to need 1 for each of your whiteout particle packs to be able to turn this in. All the rest of these are legendary. And what this bad boy right here is the old unlimited whiteout pack, okay? So what does that mean? Well, that means that you can start earning pieces of that pack over here at 20,000 points, meaning every time we have an unlimited game, and that means typically every Monday and Friday, you drop 20K, you're at least going to get 1 legendary particle pack, okay? So even at 2 a week, you come over here, you need what? 11 legendary particle packs. You can get 3 if you go higher, and 1 super particle pack. So you will need to at least get to 40K once to get a super particle pack, but you will get the legendaries pretty quickly. You save those up, you drop those in here, you will pick up an unlimited whiteout pack, okay? This is a particle pack. Now, this is, yes, it's sort of to slow down the constant just spamming of whiteout. It's to bring, the importance of keeping your trophies for other things, okay? Now you're not, you're hopefully not going to waste as many trophies are limited a little bit more. You're not going to want to waste so many on your whiteout packs in the shop. Okay, you're going to be able to earn these as you go. Okay, and these packs are going to be a little bit better. With this balance, I also upped all of the unlimited packs. Okay, whiteout, super, legendary, all of those have moved up to a 70 overall. It used to be a lot lower. It used to be like 55 overall for the whiteout pack, 60 for I think the super, 65, and then 70 up to epic. Okay, because of that, because these are a little more like reserved now, and you can't just spam a billion of them, you are, you're going to be getting better things. So we're talking 70 overall. That is rookie territory. So you still can get all these rookies, between now and September. That is going to be a thing. But you should also be able to get some pretty decent players and other things out of here, okay? So the whiteout particle pack, this replaces the unlimited whiteout pack that was typically around here somewhere in unlimited. It now becomes something that you can play enough to earn. If you do really well, you'll get them quicker, but not break the game a billion at a time. And again, as you earn different particle packs and different things throughout, you'll be able to earn different things on the event page. And again, these are not going to go away. So what can you earn? Epic particles will start at 12,500 points in unlimited. Now, and these particle packs are only in unlimited for these. unlimited particle packs or unlimiteds. And then there's one more thing, which is your draft particle packs, okay? And that's going to be different. That's going to be through subs, and that's going to be through missions. All right, and so we'll cover that here in a bit. But you'll be able to just passively save your epic particle packs or whatever. You can scrap them for scrap. It's not going to be a lot, but you're not going to want to. You can save them up because, at least for right now, I may up this. You will be able to hand in at least. You will be able to hand in 5 or complete 5 of these recipes each event. Okay, so 5 max. This is going to reset each event. Legendary particle pack, 2 max. This is going to be reset each event. Okay, these are event packs. Okay, meaning you trade in for epics during this event, you're going to get draft cards. Okay, you trade in. Are you good? Could you get that? No, I think you get, yeah, you get draft packs for both of these, okay? I did 2 max here. I might make it 3 next month. I don't know. But for now, you're not going to earn that many that quick anyway. So we shall see. Is it 1 whiteout per event? We'll get there in a sec, okay? So the epic and the legendary, these particle trade-up recipes, these are going to be max per event. These will reset each event. You'll be able to do 5 to start, 2 to start, of legendary, and these will be guaranteed to be event insert packs, okay? Once we move down here, draft whiteout particle trade up, okay? Technically, this is unlimited, but it's not, okay? Now, what you are going to need to do to complete, this is the one for the unlimited, yeah. So, unlimited whiteout new pack is in here. This is 11 legendary particles, 1 super particle, and the super particle pack, which again, you can get gear in this pack. And remember, you get a piece of gear, you can rebirth the piece of gear for cheaper and be guaranteed a better percentage on your gear. Okay, so if you pull this, you get like a 50% foot or whatever. You can rebirth it and try for, a higher percentage. If the quality isn't great. So it's going to be the first time that we're seeing gear in packs is going to be, or for unlimited is going to be in this. All right. Other thing I was thinking about is I'm actually curious why we can't roll for cheaper, on unlimiteds. Just something I was thinking about the other day. All right. So you have your super particle pack, you have your whiteout particle pack, and you have your legendary and epic. These 2 are going to be the ones resetting. These are going to be the guaranteed event packs, okay? And then let's go up to the top, and we will talk about this. Actually, you know what? Let's not go there just yet. Let's go here. Let's go here, because this is actually massive, and only one person has said it so far. I don't know if people have realized it, but John finally showed back up, and he finally fixed this. And boys and girls, coins are back in missions. Oh, time is half. That's weird. Or is that a new feature? Because it is! I am so pumped to finally, not only do we have coins back in missions, they are sub only, they are capped coins, okay? Capped, meaning you can only earn up to a certain amount and then it's done, so it cannot be abused by bots. Also, a bot, it doesn't matter. You cannot be a free player and earn these coins. Because of that, we will be able to then push everything back into the mission set. And the mission set is going to, it's going to get a little bit longer next week, and it's going to be changing up because the other monster difference in what John finally did, it didn't take him very long. If you are a subscriber, tier 2 and tier 3 subscribers, you will also get sped up missions. What does that mean? If you are a subscriber, you will be able to earn 5K coins a week in normals, 5K coins a week in fines. It is broken up the way it used to be. 30 coins per win. I think you get half per loss. Okay. Fines 60. I think you get half per loss. and it goes 90, 120, 180, and then every super win gets you 360 coins, okay? Now, that's awesome. Everybody can earn the same amount as long as you are any version of sub, okay? However, if you are Brown Hole Daddy and you are lazy and you don't feel like doing it that much, right? Well, if you're a tier 3 sub or a tier 2 sub, you still earn the same amount, but you're going to earn it faster and you're going to work on whiteouts faster. If you are a tier 2 sub on the site, you will get 20% faster missions. If you are a tier 3 sub on the site, your mission time across the board is cut in half. Meaning, you're a new player, you're a non-sub, or you're a tier 1 sub, your super sub duration is going to be 2 hours. If you are a tier 3 sub, super missions are now 1 hour. That is going to help so much more. I already got convinced to go tier 3, and yes. So there is, not only do you get all the packs, but this is going to be a big ongoing thing. It is now, you know, if you are a botter and you are a multi-accounter and you have non-subbed accounts, whatever, have fun, you cannot earn. And he tried to put coins in for them too, and I said, please just don't do it. We now have coins. Everyone earns the same amount of coins. If you are a tier 2 or tier 3 sub, you earn them faster. How amazing is that? And do not forget, okay? Already missions are a lot easier, but on top of that, working on whiteouts will be so much faster, especially if you're going to be a tier 3 sub, and especially because now missions are so much easier with the new rating change. Now, again, we could probably tier the ratings a little bit different later, and it's going to change the way the bots play. But for now, missions should be decently easy all the way up to super. You will get coins per win, less if you lose, and there's a max amount that everybody can earn every week. What does tier 4 come out? Automatically starts missions for me. Oh, too expensive for everybody. Oh, man. I don't think I can get harder. My desk is about to break in half. John's working on RTG, and he promises now he's going to have it done. He's already had it almost done. It's insane. So if it just got worse for you, well, there you go, Sam. Oh, I'm so happy. Now, if we can just get more users, that would be the key. And if I don't have to go bankrupt. And anyway. So that is huge, okay? That is the big stuff for Season 12. The mission thing, it's finally perfect and fixed exactly how we need it. A new rebalance to all of the contest modes and everything that we do day to day. A bigger focus on cap games, which should be the crux of the game. I want to get RTG in. I want to get more people in and crushing the game. I want to get to the point where we are finally building head-to-head so I can go on and just queue up and look for somebody and smack an eye on, and then maybe get unlucky and lose the Sant. But I just want to do drafts with my cards and just crush everyone and just have fun and have burns and all the best things that we've been talking about for so long. The game is too good. We need it to be a thing. So again, man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the patience. I appreciate you guys constantly supporting the game and everything. Oh, it's been a struggle. It's tough. It's fun. It's scary. It's so good, but it just needs to be finished, man. I know it'll never be finished, but we get RTG in, it's going to be such a big thing, and we just need to get these new crews in, and we need to do it right. And man, this thing could just be amazing, because if we can get some more money and John happy and be able to pay, we can get all this stuff built, and it won't take so long. So this is a good step towards it. It's a big give back to everybody who's supporting, especially the tier 3s. There's never been a better time to be a tier 3, not just because of the packs you get to start off, but the shortcuts that you can take, the things that Steve was always asking for and people have wanted forever, quicker, all that. It's done the proper way and the best way. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm so happy he showed back up and he was willing to work on it. And the thing that pisses me off, it didn't take him long, but it's okay. Okay. All right. So anyway, there we go. I love you guys. That's the big things in season 12, the big highlights. And again, man, we'll continue to tweak as we go. We'll continue to make things better. And yeah, man, I just, love you guys. Just keep supporting. We'll try to keep pushing this thing and get it across. We're close. I don't even need it across the finish line. Get it closer to the finish line, man. Say his name and he appears. Stevie. I don't know if you heard, man. Coins for missions are back in. You get a maximum amount, but you got to be any tier sub. But if you are a tier 2 or tier 3 sub, guess what? Tier 3 subs get half as long missions. How sick is that? 2 times speed for missions. Super missions, 1 hour. Imagine the day. Imagine the day. So there you go. That is everything for season 12. We're gonna see, how it goes. Get at me in the in my DMs, man, and keep me posted, man. And again, dude, I'll say this as well. I've been reaching out to different Discord groups and fantasy football groups and all these different things and trying streamers or whatever. It is so hard to get the attention of people and get anyone to even meet and listen. And I swear if they would just meet and see, they would be like, this is a no-brainer. We need to find partners, boys. It will only make it better and better. We got to get this done, man. And it's this year. It's between now and September. It's got to happen. FantasyShow.com. Season 12 on its way. I am tired of doing work. I love you guys.